I'm listening. Where's them? Wait, it's so cute. Wow, I'm far away. Good morning, chicken nuggets. Good afternoon. It is 3 p.m. I don't know what the light's doing. I look like an orb. It's been a while. I'm about to go to the library because I need to do a poster on my clinical psychology module. It's due next Friday, but I kind of only really have, I think, today to get the bulk of it done. Slash, I want to get the bulk of it done today. And I thought I wanted to film the end of my master's course, I guess. I have 3 more assignments. I've been in the lab collecting data for my dissertation. We can talk all about that because I will be in the lab all day on Monday. And then I really just have to write my dissertation. There's been so many updates. I feel like a completely different person every time I start a little series of vlogging. But that's life, I guess. So anyways, this is Saturday. What have I done today? Just the usual life admin. My washing's on the line. The main thing I'm doing at the moment is decluttering. So what I'm about to do is go to the library via one of those donation boxes. I have a pile I'm looking at of stuff I want to put on my Vinted. Oh, excuse the like light streaming out. Yeah, also I moved house. I don't know if that was apparent. Yeah, new house, new me. I was like, I want to get some visual, mental, physical calm and clarity. So I've actually kind of full sent the, what's the word when you have one color, monochrome? Not really though, but just kind of neutral colors, block colors. Although I do have this one really bright red jumper that's kind of like irking me because I'm like, it's so bright. But I don't know if I really want a full scent navy blue all year round. Okay, I definitely felt like more of an afternoon library moment. So we're gonna do that and then go to the shops on the way back. I always get a bit stressed when I start an assignment because I'm like, oh my gosh, like what if this is an impossible task? But starting is always the hardest bit. So hello, it's a few hours later. I am back with the hiccups. Oh my gosh. I went into town and I dropped off my donation, and then I went to the library and did a bit of work, and then I went to the shop, ran into 2 of my friends on my course, which is really funny, and then got a meal deal, ate my meal deal, and I think that's where I went all downhill because it did not touch the sides. I was still so hungry. Also, I just had that saying the other day, didn't even touch the sides, and I can't stop saying it. And so I just took an hour more work after also running into another one of my friends on my course. So hilarious. Everybody's in town or at the library, but I was hungry and planning to go to the shops. I was like, oh, I should just go, did a bit more work. But then I started like cramping up and I was like, I think it was the Doritos, genuinely. My tummy is so sensitive. I put Doritos on my cheddar ploughmans and it was just like cramping. So anyways, it was cramping and I was hungry, and I just made a lentil and beetroot pasta. Blah blah blah. I got this water bottle and I measured that this has 300 mils, but I kind of enjoy having to walk and fill up my water bottle. I think it's like a nice break. I don't think I've drunk 7 today. This might have been quite boring waffle. I'm gonna watch some YouTubes and then shower because I feel like I don't have any life behind my eyes. Also, it's my last piano lesson on Tuesday and I need to memorize a little song called Miserable Mary, and it's kind of hard, and I've never memorized a piece before, so I'm gonna have to do that at some point because it's Saturday and that means it's nearly Tuesday, but we'll cross that bridge later. Good night. Shaky boots. I'm on my way to the lab. It is Monday. Okay, good morning. I just had my first experiment and right now I am doing some tasks for my supervisor, aka a couple more explanation slides just to make sure that people really understand the task, and then I'm gonna go for a walk because then I have 5 hours in this room. Little lab worm. Exciting break in the lab to get my vintage parcel. Wait, it's so cute. It's a little blue sweater. I had 2 compliments on this jumper as well, and it's not even 11 a.m. That's a sleigh. Great. I need a snack before more people come. Hello wormy worms, I'm back in my house and I really don't like having the door open, so I'm gonna close it. My back hurts. borrow my piano stool. Whoa, I was an orb for a second. Obsessed with the jumper. It's so cool. I feel like this is really moving towards the wardrobe I'm cultivating, and it's so cozy. I just want everything to be cozy and me, and I feel like this is cozy and very me because I love blue. Anyways, today absolutely flew by. It's already 6 p.m. Before I log off for the day, I have one more thing that I have to do for tomorrow, which is memorize, in fact. Miserable Mary. I kind of don't want to, and I've had a really great time with my piano lessons. And I mean, I've done all of this since February and it's the end of April, so that's really great. I think, yeah, like 10 lessons. I'm really happy with it, and a huge part of it was that it was kind of making me practice regularly, but it's gotten to a point where we basically just work through the book, and I really like my teacher. Was that a bug that's just been released from the pages? And I also really want a break from having to do something. I don't know, because it's like a hobby and it's fun. I don't like being told what to do about it, but at the same time I need to be told what to do about it, otherwise I'll just never practice. So I think it has been great, and I want to have a break for the summer. Yeah, anyways. He set me a challenge to play this from memory, and I haven't practiced. I just actually can't believe, like, I cannot fathom that last Tuesday was nearly a week ago now. It feels like it was yesterday. I don't know how it's nearly the end of April, don't know how we're here. March goes on for like 500 years, and then April's like a sneeze and it's May. Guys, motivation 0. Tears 100. I had a porridge explosion today, so I'm having it on a plate. Happy Thursday. Hello worms, I'm in my favorite jumper. It is also Thursday. What happened on Tuesday and Wednesday? Who knows? And I just really needed to not socialize at 9 a.m. so I have just had a lovely slow morning. It's not even that I wake up late. I woke up today and I just slept until 8ish. I don't think that's that late. Anyways, I just needed to not be anywhere, you know? It's the ability to take your time. I could show you, but this is the setup. These are my knees. I'm wearing Jordans. I'm not sure it's actually warm enough yet, but I like them. But my calves really do be exposed, and apparently it's gonna be windy later. I don't know if I'm coming back, because basically it's a very exciting day. It's a torch procession and May dip. Why am I explaining this so badly? Can you tell this is my first social interaction? But anyways, regardless, I'll just show you what happens when it happens. But apparently reading about decreased sucrose preference and increased social avoidance in socially defeated mice, because I need to make a poster for midday tomorrow for my clinical psych module, which is looking at loading. Obviously you want to be informed when you're making your idea, but at the same time I can only fit so much on one A4 piece of paper, so I want to have good strong citations, but I know I can't really go into detail on those citations, so kind of doing some reading but also trying to be quite narrow with my selections and my focus, so we'll see. Also, I haven't even thought about how I want to lay this out, and I should do that. Bye. Okay, my washing machine wasn't spinning. Fan it and dropped it down to a lower speed, and it seemed to work out. So all the washing's on the line, and there's 2 doors in my house, 2 door cinema club. And the back door went while I was in the middle of a pee. That was crazy. I was like, surely that wasn't the door. And then it knocked again, and I was like, oop. So by the time I got downstairs, they were trying to give it to my neighbor, and I was like, because I thought it was my parcel, but it was actually my flatmate's parcel. Anyways, about 10 minutes later, while I was hanging up the washing, I was outside where they gave me the package, hanging my laundry up, and then the door came from the front door for my package. So let's just say confusing. And also, did I explain that well? No. Before I go into town, I just want to open this because I think I might need to get a pot from the garden center, but I need to make sure what size I'm getting. Basically, I grew sunflowers for my supervisor and she really likes orange. So I got her this orange pot. Wait, it's so cute. So basically, I need to get my pot and then I think I have soil and then I'm going to repot the sunflowers. And they're sunflowers, so they will eventually end up outside. But I don't know if she has a house. That came out wrong. I don't know if she has a garden. So I don't actually know if she's going to be able to keep said sunflowers. So it's really the pot that's the gift. But I did grow them from seed. Is this giving reception child of, oh, I painted these for you. And it's like a blob. I don't know, but anyway, that's what that counts. I need to go now because I think I might be a little late, maybe. It is 12 p.m. the next day and I just feel like I needed to say hey and also get moisture into my eyes because I did not get moisture into my eyes yesterday. I have a meeting with my friend at 1:45, but I said I'd be there a bit early and it's midday and I just put this on, so we're gonna let this chill and then I'm gonna just get ready to go in and maybe get some lunch. I did not make it to the May dip. I was doing my assignment, but it was kind of fun. Low-key, I had a great time. I'm really proud of myself. Don't know if that should be the takeaway, but it's mine. She is the bravest girl. The bravest. Hey worms, long time no see, but I just made it back from the store. That's why you're behind crackers. I'm hosting a little summer whimsy party. I made a little flyer. I love making a flyer. I have rosemary crackers and then I got cream cheese because essentially the vision is you put the little cherry tomato and basil leaf on cream cheese on a cracker and it looks like a little ladybug if you put balsamic dots. And I got balsamic glaze from a flat I used to live in. She said she didn't want it anymore, so I just have it. I should check it's in date. Does that go off? I don't know. And the piece de resistance. I got this from a store that very sadly is closing down, but the owner seems quite happy about her new venture, so that's great. I got this little angel cookie cutter, which I'm gonna use to make like angel shaped sandwiches. And then right now I'm just gonna have a little snack and I might test out this because it's a bit fun and cute. I also made bread earlier, which is really fun. I didn't shape it though, so it's kind of flat. Yeah, and I'm so excited to have my friends over, like to celebrate the classes ending. The class is ending. I was supposed to say the end of classes. And also it was kind of a very delayed housewarming because at this point I have lived here for 2 months, but you know, sometimes things get pushed back because I'm a worm. And I think timing and vibes are important and I think they're gonna be great tomorrow. Although we have had a resurgence of grey, coldy weather. Coldy? Cold and windy weather. You kind of look like Cleopatra.
Hey, at least it smells worse than mine. I feel like it might be, you know.
It's the hands.
Actually, it's more like this.
Oh, see concept.
Wow.